よ、はじめまして。僕 Alright, hmm. There it is. Let's grab that. Oh, oh no. Yo, はじめまして. Ooh, that's gross. Alright. Let's pull up the music now. If I can find it. Ah, that works. Oh, yeah. Alright. Let's post this on Twitter. Okay. Heck yeah. It's got ukuleles playing again. Alright, time to post this link in Discord. Oh hey, someone's here. Hey, how's it going? That viewer's gone, unfortunately. Oh, hey, how's it going? Safrudin Alley. I might need to fix the chat box. Oh, hey, hello to Singapore. I'm from America. How's it going? I need to move the chat box a bit. There we go. Hopefully that works. How's it going at Singapore there? Let me just move this in here. Let's move this. I'm bugging out a little second. There we go. Okay. Got that fixed. But, nope. There we go. Apologies for that. Just woke up. Ah, nice. I hope you're having a pretty good morning so far. It's that's I don't know. It seems odd to me knowing that I get to be someone that somebody gets to watch early in the morning. Usually, huh? I didn't know my Tetris video was going around. How's that? I didn't know that thing. I didn't know that video would go around. I don't know, honestly, that was it's a bit of a mess because it kept crashing and going. Broke up into 3 parts, And the entire second part was where all the fun was at, but it was just a PowerPoint. It was a slideshow. Oh, thanks. I actually just picked it up recently. Before I started working on this VTuber thing, I was trying out Tetris because I was like, it would be cool to just get into it. And luckily enough, I had a friend that was really good at it that I talked to on Discord. So we both got this program called Tetris Online, Poland, and he just started slapping my ass. It was difficult, but I managed to. It was funny because at some point, I was ecstatic whenever I heard him say this. He said that one match, he was like, "Dang, I actually felt threatened," and I was like, "Whoa!" He said I'm threatening. No, you're not. You're not late. I actually just started the stream. I didn't expect anyone to show up this quick. Actually, I'm glad. Yeah. Freaking. I think when it comes down to Tetris, it's weird. Like, whenever I'm actually like awake and thinking, I'm not that great at it. But once I'm like tired and brain dead somehow, my being brain dead actually helps me. But don't be sad. Don't worry, I'm not sad. I'm just hanging out. Is all. I'm sorry. It's like I'm really great at talking, but getting to know new people is like still something that gets to me, I guess. Like it's like kind of hard to just start talking, I guess. But I'm usually the one to initiate, but even then, I'm still awkward anyway. Let's see. I'm posting the link to the stream down to my servers, but yeah. Surely something will turn up. Glad you're here though. I hope the ukulele music in the back is welcoming. That reminds me, I have a bunch of drawings to make for our future streams because like I feel like this could use a bit more personality. Like it's already pretty nice looking so far as it is, but I feel like there could be more. So what are your plans? It's pretty weird and unfortunate. No. Yeah, yeah. That's actually kind of what I was mentioning. Whenever I posted a tweet on Twitter announcing that I was gonna stream here, and I don't know, I kept whenever I was thinking to myself about becoming a VTuber, I kept thinking to myself like how so far how unpopular Western VTubers are. Let alone a male one. Honestly, I thought my chances of having any form of interest were kind of slim. So, I'm like being a little careful, I guess. Decide to eat. Heck yeah. Honestly, I forget to eat in the mornings too. Like I just work. I just do stuff. Keep working on things. But yeah, no, I definitely know the appeal of Japanese VTubers. They're very fun, but like the whole thing is that it's the fun they're having that interests me, and I feel like I want to have that fun. So I'm envious of it in a way. Yeah. Here, let's edit the streams tags. hopefully they'll let me do it. Yeah, often as much as I want to eat and actually gain some weight, because I'm a little underweight, not badly, but I'm like skinny and I want to put on some mass. Oh yeah, I know how hard it would be to be a VTuber, and I just feel like I want to try it, like, just hang out and try it out. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I mean, I'm only just now starting, so it would look bad for me if I just gave up quickly. So I'm just here to have fun. Back when I did like normal YouTube in the past, honestly, it was kind of like I stressed about it a lot, but that was because of things happening, and I was kind of amateur at that point, and I was forgetting the key point of it all is to not only work hard but also enjoy yourself, enjoy your time along the way. Just make it all worth it. So how was in USA right now? I hope it's calming down there. You know, to tell the truth, I was actually like out of the loop for over a month and a half, maybe 2 months. I was like off grid for a minute. I was kind of like just taking a break, really. But seeing how everything's going, it's crazy. It's crazy here in America. There's a lot of wacky stuff happening. Like, not just because of the pandemic, but like even just social media in general. But that's like a given. That's a given. It's crazy. Like here in America, we're like very unhinged. And as bad as it would be to kind of admit that, honestly, it's something I like to live by. Just being unhinged is something that's, as awful as it could be, is very... It makes life interesting. I enjoy it a bit. As absolutely insane as it is. Alright, I added the tags to the stream. Hopefully that will help. Yeah. So it's clear, it's safe to say, it's safe to assume that you definitely do watch VTubers. What do you like seeing for VTubers, or do you just like watch a bunch of clips and stuff? Because I do want to know how I could be an effective YouTuber in this format. Like, I want to appeal to my audiences as much as I can. I want to provide that sort of entertainment, something that everyone can enjoy. YouTuber in this. Oh, there we go. Sorry, just had to pull up the YouTube link to make sure everything is around. Alright, everything still works. I really don't know how to promote myself, like... I'm just looking around. Like, there's not a lot of resource for learning how to start, so I'm doing my best. I feel like I could start drawing. That definitely helped bring some entertainment. Let me see here. You know, I should probably take this chance to set up the layout for the streams for the future. Just post all your videos on Reddit. Dang, but it would look weird if I just did it myself, though, instead of other people doing it. Like, self-promotion, it just seems, I don't know. The Tetris one? I was kind of considering just compiling a bit of it, but I don't know. I'd like to keep it concise, like not make it just a long video for people to have to sit through just to see what is interesting about it. Like at least if it's in real time, like you're actually watching the live stream, there's some interactivity there. But when you're just watching the stream from beginning to end after it's already been done, you can't really interact, especially when there's not too much going on. Last I recall, I think. I mean, yeah, it was a lot of fun, but I just feel like there was a lot of flaws for the Tetris stream, like how a whole half of it was just you couldn't even see. You could even see how much I was like, how much I was destroying. And if you check the comments, the one I was playing Tetris with, she just said, "Thanks for letting me win the war, Mr. Ozzy." I was like, okay. Oh, thanks. You enjoy your meal, alright? I love food. I can't wait for food. I think I eat in about, what, a little over an hour? Depends on what we're eating tonight. Yeah. Welcome to the stream. We're just kind of hanging out and chatting. Let's see. Oh dang, a friend just got into Traffic Strikes again. Heck yeah. There's someone who promotes me live streaming on videos. That person's posted about your live stream. Whoa! Huh. I'll have to look for that. Hmm. Alright, oh, I need to keep talking. Oh, sorry, shite, stories, ideas, frig. What can I talk about? I just got back. What is there to talk about? I mean, I guess one thing I've been doing as of recent was working on this avatar. It's been a time. It's actually not that bad. Working on this avatar. I spent like what, 3 days on it, I think. Yeah, I think I've worked on it for 3 days. Thanks. I'm just trying to figure out what to talk about. Like, actually, I guess I can talk about the kinds of games I plan on playing or what I plan to do on stream, because that's one way to start it off. Yes, I know it's about talking. I'm just used to doing these in like recordings with cuts and everything. Even then, I'm not that great at that. But anyway, so what I plan on doing for this, it was before I went off grid, like went off on like this long, very long break, that I thought, it'd be cool to try out being a VTuber and all that, because I just think it'd be a lot of fun. Because like I could draw, I can animate, I can figure things out on the spot. I can learn how things go. And at the same time, I just always wanted to get involved with the community. So I thought about it for like 2 months while I was talking with a bunch of other people about ideas on what to do. Because I'm also into game design, and writing, drawing, animating. There's a lot of things I'm into, and they gave me a few ideas on how to do that, or what I can do with that. For one thing, I could definitely start drawing on stream. For one thing, I should do that more. And as for games I plan to play, I do not intend for this channel to be just gaming, because as fun as those are, it's not the only thing I do. I'd like to do more than just games, because I do enjoy more than just games. But I guess if it's one thing, I enjoy all kinds of games. Like I'll definitely be revisiting a lot of older games, because there's just a lot of games over the past few years I just haven't really played, because I was so caught up in just trying to make something. So there's that. For one thing, I recently picked up Call of Duty Black Ops, because I remember how awesome the whole story is, and I really want to go relive it, because I do not remember much anymore. Actually, no, should I start at World at War before Black Ops? I feel like there's still some form of connection, but regardless, I would like to do a series on that, as well as some games on the computer. Yes, of course. What's important to me is enjoying myself, but I also do want to provide content that is not only enjoyable to myself, but others at the same time. So, of course, I'm still not valuing myself in this, but, you know, I gotta consider a lot of things. I remember there was this game I really wanted to play on Steam that I especially wanted to have a stream for, because it would not be enjoyable otherwise. Like, even if I'm just recording it, it would not be as enjoyable unless I had people like just fucking just witnessing my pain in real time. I think that would be hilarious. Let's see, where's my Steam at? Wait, no, I got a list here. I just gotta pull up my phone here. Let's see. It's on like my, okay, yeah, it's on my Google Docs. Heck yeah. I need to drink. I was so busy trying to talk, I forgot to drink. Alright, I have like this whole list of things I plan to play. Almost all of these I actually have, luckily enough, but a lot of them I haven't played. You know, it's Steam. Steam libraries. You've played like a small percentage of your entire library. I used to think that will never happen to me. I play all the games I have because I don't buy enough. Turns out that still gets you, even if you refrain from purchasing for a while. Anyway. I'll definitely be going between on the computer and other consoles, because I have a capture card, luckily enough, and that helps a lot. So some games like exclusives or games I only have on this particular console or whatnot, I'll definitely be doing. But for one thing, which one was it? I have like a bunch of stuff in this list here. As far as recently, I've been playing Armored Core Verdict Day, Call of Duty Black Ops, Tetris, but you know, everyone knows that already, everyone who's seen it. What else? What other games did I pull up? Oh yeah, I decided to actually pull up Half-Life 2 for the first time, and let's just say that I've never really gone past that trash can, so it scared me, because I picked up the soda can that he just tossed off the can. He said, "Pick that up," and I was like, "Okay, sir." I pick it up. He goes, "Now put it in the trash," and I accidentally misclicked and threw it at his face. He started chasing me, and I freaked out. I've never really played all the essentials that everyone keeps recommending that every gamer plays. Like, you have Steam, so, like, it's a given that you must have Half-Life and Gmod, right? And that's what's believed, but I just never really played Half-Life. I played a little bit of Gmod, but it's not really my stick, I found yet. Like, I guess I just haven't really played the right places enough. because all I did was like go on Sandbox because I couldn't really go on servers because I was offline for most of the time I used to play when I was younger. So I just played a lot of single player games, which as a result makes me pretty awful at PvP. So if you ever see me playing a game that's PvP, you can see how incompetent I am. I still do my best, but like I just started embracing the suck, you know? Embrace the suck. That's a phrase I picked up while I was gone and on break. It just makes me laugh every time I think about it. Hipster? Man, that sounds awful. Like, no, I've met some real hipsters. Like they'll avoid something like they don't even want to get near it just because it's popular. Like for me, I understand that something's popular for a reason, so like it must be worth checking out. I actually enjoy a lot of the popular stuff, but as soon as I'm not the person that goes like, "Oh, I liked it before I was popular. I think the whole thing got ruined as soon as everyone else started joining up." Oh, what was the meal great? What tasty, or was it just normal bland stuff that you normally eat? Freaking! It took me a minute. It took me a minute to realize that was you all. I read it and I didn't even think to look at the name. Everything's like the same color on my side at the moment. Heck. Oh no. I remember while I was on my off-grid break, a lot of people I met said that this certain place had food that was basically like prison food because of how bland it tasted and everything. I was like, I don't know, this crap's like really tasty. Apparently, I could totally take prison food, but it was nice though. You could just grab some syrup and shit. Just put some syrup on the pancakes. It's so simple. There's a lot of things you could do. You could make the oatmeal not awful. What genre of games do I love to play? I play all different genres, but definitely my most favorite kind of genre to play is character action games, spectacle fighters, like Devil May Cry, every platinum game in existence. Those are just my favorite. It's also Kingdom Hearts 2 was the one that got me into that sort of thing, because Kingdom Hearts 2 was the first game I really played, and it's also what got me into wanting to get into game design, and it's also the kind of game I want to make too. So there's that too. But I do enjoy all different kinds of games because like I can see value. I can see the value in a lot of them, and more about the cooking of your household than yourself. No, it's more like I'm not a picky eater. I can eat anything is what I'm saying. Like you can have like all of this like absolutely delicious stuff, and I'll say it's delicious. You can have this stuff that's like not super delicious, and I'll still say it's delicious. Hope to see you play Apex and Valorant. You know, I've actually played Apex in the past. I have not actually gone into Valorant at all, and I've actually heard that as far as Valorant goes for performance-wise, it's not easy to stream. So I'll definitely probably stick to Apex. Apex is fun. I like it because like the way it's like it took the systems of Titanfall and just smacked it somewhere else. Yeah, I enjoy FPS. I just don't really play. I don't really play competitively. So if you ever see me play Apex, I'm definitely I'm like very casual. Like not just because I'm a casual, but I play casually too, because I'm a casual. Reminding me, I hear it's very much like CS:GO. That's what my brothers are telling me. But I don't know. It's performance-wise, as far as like a CPU load, workload for the computer. That would make it very difficult for my stream to keep up, because I am still kind of running on a budget for the meantime. For the meantime, I'm running on a budget. Perhaps later, I'll definitely be getting an upgrade that will make the experience a lot better. For sure. Oh, One thing I remember the main thing I really wanted to play specifically only on a stream, and that is Dark Souls. Because I've played Dark Souls 2, but I've never actually played Dark Souls 1, and I've only played a little bit of 3. And because Dark Souls is like this huge deal, no, almost every game is good for my PC, just as for streaming purposes though, because streaming and especially this avatar here, the whole VTuber avatar thing here, it takes quite the workload because face rig is not exactly forgiving for CPU load. So that's why I want to be mindful of the games I play. Because like the games can run fine. It's the stream I'm about. Because last I had this stream set up, all I had going on it was my streaming setup and Discord and Tetris. And if you recall part 2, that was just that was just a frame per hour apparently. Pioneer with all this uber hard game. Is that what they call the genre? I just called it the Souls-like. I guess it's yeah, it's definitely a pioneer for the Souls-like, but I still feel like people miss people like they don't check out with like Ninja Gaiden or what else? There's a lot of difficult games out there that just weren't popular enough to really get picked up, apart from Dark Souls. That also reminds me, freaking Armored Core. It's funny how little people know of Armored Core in comparison to Dark Souls. Like you can have people that freak out over From Software, but they don't really look into the other things that From Software has made. That isn't a Souls-like. I mean, I guess if you think about it, Armored Core is no, that's definitely not a Souls-like. I mean, it can be difficult, and Dark Souls and the Souls games really do take a lot of things from the Armored Core systems. They kind of share this sort of bond, but Armored Core just hasn't really been around enough for people to really notice. But you know, there's a new one coming out at some point because we got like a bunch of teasers and of the sort. So I hope that will come around fairly soon. I mean, like not release, but hear about it because I'm very excited about giant robots destroying the Earth as they're literally just skating on it. Oh yeah, no, definitely. But how many of those harder than the Souls games are early gen that look like PSP age? Or PS1, PS2 era age? Because, definitely still gonna have the effects. Actually, no, I've only played a little bit of 3rd gen and Armored Core Verdict Day. So I've never actually gone to Gen 4, if that is the harder one that you're talking about. Every uber hard game like Sector and that Oni game, I mean like what was it called? Neo? It's probably Neo. Taking inspiration from Dark Souls. Yeah, a lot of games have taken. I remember like this huge influx of Souls-likes. Like surely you already know about it because there was a lot of Souls-likes being made for a time. And if you ever hung out on Steam at one point, like just checking out all the free-to-plays, there were so many. I used to live off of free-to-plays because I didn't really have much finance to work with. And I couldn't really invest in purchasing a game either. Because if they cost money, I have to be able to put the time into it. And if I can't even put the time into it, then I shouldn't pay for it. So yeah, free-to-plays. I'm supposed to be playing free-to-plays for the next video I'm going to be posting. Like not a non-stream video. I'm primarily pulling up these streams just to get to talk with you guys and play a particular type of game. But most other games I do want to have as recordings. Oh, what was that? Armored Core 2, 3, Silent Line are the easy ones. Last Raven is usually considered the hardest AC game if we're not counting some of the ACVD's hardcore modes settings. Oh, huh. I always thought that people kept saying that ACVD was like the easier one and all that. Last Raven, the only thing I've really hear about how hard as Last Raven gets is just because of the PSP port. because apparently it's not just the controls, but the game itself is also a lot harder because of it. Most of the game is technically free to roam dungeon crawlers. Yeah. Something I brought up to a bunch of people while I was gone on break and hanging out with those people. We were talking about different kinds of games, genres, and game designs and all that. And one thing that they really started freaking out about was whenever I told them that Dark Souls is just a 3D Metroidvania. They were like, "How's it like a 3D Metroidvania?" I'm like, if you think about it, they think for a second, they're like, "Wait, no, he's right. Holy shit, he's right." I was like, yeah, it surprised me too. It surprised me too when I thought about it. It is a 3D Metroidvania, and that's funny to think about. Oh. Yeah. The game, they never played that game. I assume you're talking about either Armored Core or Metroidvania. Because whenever I refer to Metroidvania, I'm talking about stuff like Castlevania and Metroid. Those kinds of games. That's what I mean. Yeah, it's definitely still dungeon crawling for sure. But I just feel like Metroidvania is definitely the term that coins fit most fit for the whole thing. Let's see. It kind of confused me at first whenever I saw this, actually. So I checked my Steam library recently whenever I got back, and I saw Yume Nikki, and I never really even knew what it was. I just saw my Steam library. I was like, how did this show up in my library? I don't know. I do not remember this. But apparently it's like a bit popular right now. Like there's some people on YouTube playing it. I'm sort of like, what's happening? Yeah, Freedom Dungeon Club to an extent. Yeah, it's definitely I want to say open, but a not as linear dungeon crawler is what I would describe the Souls-likes to be. Would you ever call this a Souls-like? Dragon's Dogma, because there is a bit of dungeon crawling in there. Things can get pretty hard in there, but I don't know if it's really comparable to a Souls-like. Yeah, that reminds me. Dragon's Dogma, Dark Arisen is definitely one game I'm definitely going to be playing at some point, because that is a game I do want more people to know about. It's a nice game. Wait, oh yeah, that reminds me. Another thing about what I plan for the stream, my channel, is that I want to be able to show people games that aren't really well known that deserve to be. Kind of like a showcase in a way. I just like putting down things out there. Yeah, no, Dragon's Dogma it's different enough for me to consider it. Like if I'm actually considering it and not super sure about it being one, then yeah. Well, of course I'm gonna be careful about my PC. I know how to take care of it, I promise. I mean, it's the only computer I have, and it works really well. It's really nice, and I have everything on it, so I hope I don't break it. Dragon's Dogma is more like Monster Hunter if it had a bit of Shadow of the Colossus and Devil May Cry in it. Yeah, that is definitely it. Yeah, that's definitely how you would describe it. It's just, I wanted to know if it was even comparable to a Souls-like, because it can get pretty difficult, especially the Dark Arisen section. The, what do you call that place? I can't even think of something Isle. I can't think of it right now. I'll worry about it later. I do have Devil May Cry 5, but I don't think I'll be streaming that yet. Maybe in the near future. Yeah. Yeah. Monster Hunter. I can at least play Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate on stream because I can use a capture card for that. But as for Monster Hunter World, it's on my computer, and I'm using my computer to stream, so without a load, I'll probably hold off on Monster Hunter World for a minute. Bitter Black Isle. Okay, yeah. At least Bitter was in there. Because I remember Isle and Bitter, I was like, I can't remember. I'm just glad I could remember. Yeah, Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate is the Monster Hunter game I'll play. I do have some Monster Hunter likes though. I have God Eater. I have God Eater Resurrection, God Eater 2, and God Eater 3. I have Freedom Wars for the PS Vita. I would have Soul Sacrifice if the PS TV could get it. If you want to play Tetris for a while. I only play Tetris if there is. I only play Tetris if there's really nothing else for me to do. Like I played Tetris that one night because I was like, something light would be nice. And earlier today, I was waiting for a call from someone, and because I didn't really want to distract myself with the things I wanted to do, I decided, you know what? I'm just gonna keep myself active for the meantime without drawing and stuff, and just play some Tetris. Yeah, God Eater is it's pretty good. It's just the thing is though is that out of all the Monster Hunter likes that I enjoy, especially for the library on the PS Vita, it is the closest to Monster Hunter as you get. It's not as unique as the other ones like Soul Sacrifice and Freedom Wars. Like those are like I didn't even think of Freedom Wars as a Monster Hunter clone at all whenever I first played it. It was only after I started seeing the whole library and getting familiar with the Monster Hunter clone, Monster Hunter like genre, that I even thought about it being related to Monster Hunter in some way. Like even Tokiden is actually strays away from Monster Hunter a bit. What? Tokiden 2 does, not the other Tokidens like Tokiden and Tokiden Kiwami. But Tokiden 2 definitely stands out from Monster Hunter likes a lot more than even God Eater. Let's see here. Maybe I might stream God Eater and Code Vein. Maybe. I can definitely stream Code Vein, but God Eater maybe not as much, because progression in God Eater, depending on the game, it's not as fast as Code Vein even. I mean, Code Vein in itself is actually kind of short, and as for God Eater, the thing that makes it take a minute is just the fact that you have to spend the time to get the equipment that you need, and all the materials. It's something. Yeah, Tokiden is a hunter-like, but something like Soul Sacrifice and Freedom Wars, like those change up the game a lot. Like I started a new save of Freedom Wars recently, and I remember how much fun I had being reprimanded for taking more than 5 steps in my cell. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's the first credits. Yeah. It's just like for God Eater, for one and two, for the most part, the anime-like story, which God Eater 2 base game has the most anime-like because it's literally just tropes and character episodes, like character arcs for the base game. That's the most anime as it gets. At least God Eater Resurrection had more to offer for gameplay. Those rage burst survival missions. Yeah. The one thing that I do like for God Eaters 1 and 2 over 3 is that they at least have better gunplay. As far as 3 goes, they definitely do have better melee. Like, they provide even more options for melee than they already did, but they cut back on the guns. So it's like, I can't create like a Noble Phantasm. Like, I could create like my own custom Noble Phantasm if I wanted to, but at this point, I'm just limited down to using a a makeshift pod gun from Nier Automata, just recreated as a custom bullet in God Eaters 1 and 2. As for God Eater 3, I can't make that, unfortunately. Most I can do is combo the fuck out. Like, I figured out a few techniques at least last I played God Eater, which was what? Over a couple months ago, probably? But yeah, I don't know. I definitely gotta show off Freedom Wars at some point, because I do like, because you could actually like, you could think outside the box and apply it to gameplay, and they will let you do it. It will actually work if you do that. You have this thing called a thorn. It's basically like a grapple. It's like a grapple hook. Like, imagine being like Spider-Man, except you like shoot out a giant thick-ass tree branch that connects you to this thing that you're trying to grab. You can either pull down the enemy, or bring yourself to it, sever off their parts, or break a certain, hit a certain weak spot with your weapon. Or because Freedom Wars has gunplay in it, because you can switch between, you can go between melee and guns however much you like. You can choose your own equipment. If you shoot your thorn at an enemy, if that enemy moves around or you move around, your camera is always facing that thing that you're grappled at. So because of that, that counts as an auto aim. You could have like your left arm using the thorn and connecting you to like your enemy. You could just use like this SMG on your hip and just keep shooting at them. It's an auto aim. It's really cool. There was like this other thing I thought about that. I was telling a friend about it. What was it? Oh yeah, because there's not really a dedicated jump button in Freedom Wars, you can use certain weapons. Because in Freedom Wars, you have different weapon types. Sure, that's gonna be an obvious given. However, even if they're in the same weapon type category, they have their different attack types. You can have two weapons of the same genre with a different move set, because they have different attack type priorities, and that actually changes your move set drastically. And let's just say that I like having the pole arm because it lets you jump by having a dedicated 2-button press, which was running, and then it's like you hold while sprinting, you press the heavy attack button, and that will cause you to jump. There's a lot of things you can do in it. It's just short, and there wasn't enough support for it because, you know, it was on the Vita. Unfortunately, it never got the support that it definitely really deserved. But at least it still remains a pretty decent experience. I hear people can still play online on it though, so I am looking forward to that. Yeah. Can we call this I mean, it's sort of a hunter-like, but it's more like a dynasty. It's more like a Warriors like game, like a Dynasty Warriors type. So I've always wanted to actually play Attack on Titan 2 Final Battle. I've actually gotten to try out the Attack on Titan games 1 and 2 just for a bit, and I can definitely see that they definitely perfected it in Attack on Titan 2. Like, it feels so good. But then after I played that for the little bit that I did, and then saw the trailer for Final Battle, see human versus human. I love human versus human encounters, and I can't believe God Eater does not have that. But Attack on Titan 2 has Attack on Titan 2 Final Battle has that. Like Attack on Titan 2 in the first place allows you to have a customizable character with your own customizable selection of weapons actually, and I think a special move that you can select in your own. I think, but you could have cool weapons in there. It's sick. It's fun. It's like it's the kind of game that Attack on Titan should be. Like, I was very iffy at first, knowing that it was a Warriors like in fundamentals, and fundamentally it was a Warriors like. And I'm not exactly too great on Warriors like games because facing 1 million people as a one-man army and it being easy, I know a lot of people would get hype about that, but I'm not the kind of person that does. And I guess there is some difficulty to it, I've heard, but I haven't experienced it because the most difficulty that you're getting is just not knowing where you're supposed to be attacking, really, like what base. but apart from that, there are at least some Warriors games I can play. Like for sure, Hyrule Warriors was a Warriors game I could play, and Attack on Titan 2. I guess we might as well call it one, considering it is Omega Force. What are you crying about? Is it about what I said about Warriors likes? Like I'm not a difficulty hog or anything, but like I don't know. It just didn't really feel like I was really in control of the battlefield in a way. Like I couldn't really affect anyone. It was just smacking people around. Or are you just responding to all? I don't know. Let's see. What else is in my list? Oh yeah, I have a bunch of free-to-play games on Steam that I have gotta play. Trying to PN emoji. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Can I even run Earth Defense Force while streaming? I mean, 4.1 maybe. 5, however, I don't have that actually, so I shouldn't even worry about it. For Honor would be pretty cool actually. I haven't touched that game in a minute though. Let's see. Oh yeah, one game I definitely do want to play on stream. There's a few games, like indie games in particular, that I want to play on stream because of how crazy they are. Like they can be good, they can be bad, they can be awful, but regardless, there is some fun to be had. And Alt probably remembers one of them. He probably does. No, 4.1, I already said that would be a maybe one, because it does still chug at times because of the way it is. Because it's EDF. It's EDF. But, like, no, I've been able to stream EDF 4.1 before, but with Face Rig, however, that's what I'm worried about, because Face Rig is CPU intensive for some reason. Alright, what else? Ark Survival Evolved. Should I even bother getting into that? Because it's in my library, and honestly, I just feel like actually figuring out how to play it. However, I should probably refrain from telling my friends, a particular friend, about playing Ark, because I know there is a particular friend that takes it really seriously. The Sickle upon Sekigahara. Never heard of it. I'm about to look that up. Give me a sec. Oh yeah, Alt. I actually mentioned you. I said, oh, friends actually playing Travis Strikes Again. Hell yeah. Like, sure, I could totally play No More Heroes 1 and 2 on an emulator on my computer, but Travis Strikes Again is still fun. I remember a friend trying to tell me not to get it because it's not No More Heroes. Yeah. Friggin'... Oh, I need to search up this one. Sickle upon Sekigahara. Alright, let's look at this. Yeah, I remember a friend telling me not to get Travis Strikes Again because it's not a No More Heroes game, it's not the same. I was like, look, I like it, I'm gonna play it, and I'm gonna enjoy it. Yeah, I know No More Heroes 2 can't be played without motion controls. And the whole thing is that I have to... The whole thing, Alt, is that on the emulator, there's like a whole guide on how to bind your keyboard to the motion controls of No More Heroes. So that's the whole deal. At the same time, though, I actually do want to purchase a Wiimote. I've been wanting to purchase a Wiimote just so I can actually properly play it, because I feel like I could have a lot of fun with it. Alright, what is this whole thing? Lord Tycho. His name means retired regent. He is the chief civil advisor to the emperor. Retired is a misnomer. Though. Lord Tycho is most certainly still the most powerful man in the country. Wait, bitter difficulty. Was that the harder difficulty or the easier difficulty? I can't remember. I'm still looking at the sickle upon Sukihara. I was the fifth son of the Tycho's brother-in-law. My position in the hierarchy of the land was, let's just say, not exactly grandiose. But the day came when the venerable Lord of the Chikugo, in his early 60s, asked my uncle for a son to adopt. I don't think that was the right voice, and that's probably the protagonist. You know I'm slightly upset about? So, like, Face Rig is normally $15, like, on Steam. A couple days after the freaking Steam sales come out and everything's so much cheaper. Damn, that frustrates me. It's not super big a deal, I guess, but like at the same time though, it's like, could have saved up on money. Let's see here. I do not know if dinner will be soon or not, or if it's going to be later. People have been hype of Persona 4 Golden now. Good decision, they realize it on PC now. Yeah, no, I've been waiting for like something to go on PC. Like, I've just been emulating it this whole time. Like, not Persona 4 Golden, I've been playing Persona 4 the original, which apparently, a friend tells me, Chie sounds like a news reporter? A teacher? I forgot what he called her. But like, she had like this very mature voice that he would make fun of. But yeah, Persona. I'm glad it's on Steam now. But I have heard that Atlus did not want to put it on the computer at all, but Sega kept pushing them to. So it's like, dang, Sega though. Oh man, it's just funny to me. Let's see here. I was going to say something. Atlus themselves made the port, though. Yeah, they had to make the port, but I remember hearing that Sega's the one that kept pushing them to do so. Because I remember hearing something about Atlus not wanting that to be put on the computer, but you know, Sega owning Atlus. Let's see here. Yeah, Atlus did a smart move, which was following through with it. I'm glad. Because honestly, I also remember hearing it was either Atlus or Sega, but one of the two told people do not to put out any content of it online not to spoil the game for other people, because there is actually a lot of people that have yet to actually play Persona 4. And it's quite noticeable because you have a lot of Persona fans out there that have actually not played Persona. And that's the thing. It's the exclusivity that is hurting it. So, I don't know. Like, what, like, do they even have Persona 4 on the newer consoles? Because last I checked, it was last seen on a Vita / PSTV. Might have to look that up, actually. Let's see here. Let's see here. Yeah! Persona 4 Golden was ever only on the Vita. So to see it show up to the computer is hella nice. No, that's unfortunate. It would have been unfortunate if they didn't put it on the computer, because like PS Vita just like disappeared, and Golden is like really nice, real good, and a lot of people had to miss out on that because the PS Vita's unfortunate demise. Let's see. Oh yeah, so I have a desk now. I forgot to mention that. I didn't have a desk for the stream at all because like I drew Ozzy here as if he's supposed to be sitting on a desk, and I just never gave him a desk for the longest time. He just had like floating arms and no lower half. So now that I have a desk here, it's very nice. Tracking is so difficult right now. Like, my eyes keep wandering off to places where I'm not even looking. And it's because of glasses. At the same time, I don't want the eyes to not track either, because that just gets rid of a lot of expression too. Because it sometimes does still pick up my face, luckily enough. But unfortunately, you know, the glasses just glare. I need to at some point in the future get a pair of glasses that are like have a large lens with thin rims and anti-glare. That would be nice. You know, first, I cannot get the context of what you guys are responding to whenever you say stuff because there's so much of a delay. Yeah, exactly what I was saying. Oh. Like, I'm even looking through YouTube too, but like, it's still doing the thing. No, I'm using Streamlabs OBS for my streaming software, and thing is though is that the chat box that it uses it's just a browser. It's like pulls up a thing from the browser, I guess you can call it, an extension, I guess. I can't think of what to call it right now. But regardless, for me, so far as it is, it's real time with the browser that I'm looking at. Here, let me just get a drink real quick. I was getting parched. Whew. Ah. Yeah, that was definitely real time from the browser to my stream. Anyway, let's just close down Google Chrome. Maybe that would actually, maybe that would actually make things a lot faster. I don't know if I should also close down Discord too, because Chromium. Let's see here. What do I feel like doing? Oh yeah, I don't know when it's coming out, but for one thing, I don't play Minecraft often, but seeing the Nether update is, to me, very grand, and I can't wait. I'll definitely be playing Minecraft for either a video or a stream when I get to it. Discord still uses a good amount of resources without streaming. Alright, need to go. No activity. Alright, you take care. Thanks for hopping by. It was nice talking. Yeah, you should always be doing things in the morning. Which reminds me, I didn't work out this morning. Dang. Anyway, you take care, alright? You know, I was really surprised seeing how fast I had a viewer upon starting the stream. Like, I expected to like sit there for like a whole hour before someone would show up. But that was like not even 5 minutes. Not even a minute. I think they like I think they showed up like right as I was about to send the tweet announcing the stream. Let's close down Sony Vegas. Alright. Yeah, that's... I've never actually made a video in portrait mode before. It was odd seeing that I was making a video in portrait mode. Like it was weird. Like seeing it to me is like, huh, is this what it's like to be on TikTok? But you know, I'm not actually on TikTok, but just seeing portrait videos, it's something that I don't do. The delay between stream and chat is getting only bigger. Yeah, I mean, it's probably delayed whenever you're actually looking at the stream, but it's not delayed. It's not as there's a lot less delay looking at the chat box I'm looking at, but it's still not too far apart. Let's see. Yeah, I spent a good amount of time in the morning and even the afternoon just working on this avatar, because I fixed the goggles, especially with the different angles, because the goggles were like, they had massive issues, man. And the eyes too. There was like this line that would show up near the eye socket if you checked the Tetris streams. Whenever I turned a certain direction and closed my eyes, it would cause that problem. Same with the mouth too. There were a lot of problems, especially in regards to the eyes. 3-minute delay for now. Yeah, for you. For me, I'm receiving things fairly alright, but you guys seeing what I had to say on the stream may definitely be a bigger delay, it seems. What I'm surprised about right now, it's actually tracking my eyes. Like, it's tracking my pupils. Like, I'm wearing glasses and with so much glare, I'm surprised it can pick up the eyeballs. No, I just can't wait. I just can't wait to like get started in all this because I'm definitely excited now that I've actually talked with someone here. Like, I'm just still a little bit wary on how it's gonna be being a VTuber, but now I'm excited. I'm very excited right now. I've got a little bit more confidence now. Like, if you see any of my recorded videos, you hear me say a lot. And I feel like that throws a lot of people away because they're like, oh, I don't want to hear him say like every second. But I haven't done it here now, have I? On the stream. I mean, I did just now say but... Yeah, as of most of the day, I've been looking for alternatives to face rig, so I can have the live 2D avatar, but not taking up so much resources. I just gotta figure it out. Like, I know that there is a method through Unity, but I just have to set something up for it. Nerves. Yeah. Oh, you sent a message. You know, that is actually curious. No. I'm not talking about full 3D only. There is like some program that someone is using where they can put a live 2D onto Unity. With a have a face tracking thing on Unity, and they somehow set up the live 2D with it. But there's not really a package for it. Like, it's just people experimenting on Unity that's making it. So if I were to like actually pick up just doing a bunch of programming on Unity just solely to figure this problem out, you know, that's actually probably a great idea, because to tell the truth, a lot of this stuff I picked up over the years was because I had to solve a problem. So if I wanted to solve this problem, I would probably get a decent start at programming as a result. I don't know. I feel like there's still not enough personality in the stream, is what I was saying earlier. Like, I really want to finish up those drawings so I could have stuff in the background that kind of adds character instead of this thing here. It looks like a carpet on a I can't say marble, just a hard floor, like the kind of floor that you see in kitchens or bathrooms, like the fancy kind, you know, the tiling. Hold on. I have the tiling. Here's the full picture of the tiling. It should be over here. If I can move stuff out of the way. Here we go. Yeah, this is the tile underneath the rag, or not rag, carpet. That kind of tiling, it's something I really like. But then I just covered it up because like it just felt like just the tile alone was not interesting enough. I like the carpet aesthetic here, the rag. Honestly, I just took like a stock image, just repeated it over and over, slapped some stuff over it, and added a coffee stain on the right. I was finishing up the rag and I was like, you know what would make this look a lot nicer? If I just spilt coffee on it. I don't know. I guess it's just aesthetic purposes. Maybe it's just a grunge. Oh man. Mmm. Mmm. I could smell the hint of food. At some point they might call me up. I was told earlier that apparently someone is promoting me on Reddit. I gotta figure out who that is. I'm about to look. Let's see here. I'm gonna look this up because I wonder if probably not. But I'm still gonna check anyway. How am I gonna deal with interruptions anyway? You mean like eating and all that? That's where the whole intermission drawing I had planned was gonna be. Not the intermission, the be right back. I don't know what I'll do for the meantime. Like, try to get a few friends to watch. Oh, never really dropped work since doing it just feels kind of pushy. Yeah, I get that. Well, and people opening the door. As far as that goes, what I would do is I would mute, of course, for one thing. I did not set a hotkey for that though, so I should do that. I have like these macro buttons. I should be able to do it. I could probably set it up right now as we speak. Let's see. Do they already have shortcuts placed? Nope, I have to set that up myself. Alright. Anyway, yeah, at some point, maybe I should have like a button that transitions to a different layout that shows the be right back with like a drawing or whatever. But you know, I'll have to figure that out once I'm done here, because I am working on the drawing later on. Because I think I'm done working on the avatar, because like I've made like 2 new versions and all right. Well, speak of the devil. Well, anyway, I guess we can end the stream here for now. I don't know if I'll I do not know if I'll reopen the stream later tonight, considering the time zones. Maybe I might. Maybe I don't know. I'll figure it out. For the meantime, I'm gonna go eat. I'll see you sometime. All right. Thanks for hopping in. Do something with the hands. The reason why I wouldn't work with the hands is because for the rig is because for one thing, these hands are crossed. I can't do much animation for that. Maybe for a future avatar, like a future Ozzy avatar, I'll definitely consider something about that, because like this is like not even full body. Like this is just waist up. It's like a bust. This is a bust drawing. But most live 2D avatars are like full body, just that the top body moves and all that. The rest of the body doesn't really move so much, but they're still there is the thing. So later on, when I work in the full body avatar, I'll consider that. Yeah, I know. It doesn't have to be hand tracking. I know that there's like hand animations that could be done for the whole live 2D thing, because you could like activate an animation. But if you're drawing, it shows you there with paper and such. Mayhap. Yeah. Well, anyway, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you sometime. Take care, alright? I'm gonna go eat.